activity, you're using your pythons, so you can, every couple of feet or so, put one into the earth, and then use that to shimmy your way across.
I'll let Cal tie a rope around me before I get started, just in case I slip or something.
Yeah, I'll tie him off quite happily and try and help.
The waist, not the neck.
Sorry, too high.
As you see me turning blue.
Alright. So, Omi, you make it over to the door.
Alright, I want to inspect the door for traps, see if it's open or locked, and just check it out thoroughly.
Sure, go for it.
Okay, guys, I set that there's possibly undead in the pool that's you've just gone past. I think we need to be a bit careful as well, because we don't want to get too close, so we all need to stay to the edge. It seemed to have worked so far.
Did you say you sensed something in there?
Yeah, I sense undead in there.
Undead. Yuck.
Ooh,
Foul things.
Alright, I'm gonna check out this door for traps, see if it's open, locked, what's going on with it.
Yeah, you push on it, and it just opens up.
Well, I've just heard a voice. A female voice just said, "Don't fall into the pit, as it'll disturb the undead."
Ooh, that's not good. Guys, use the pythons and the rope.
A narrow corridor looks like it starts to loop around to the southeast.
Okay, I'll just step in just slightly so I can get out of that room. But I'll stay right at the edge so that I can help anyone with the last reach around if they need help.
Whoa, hey now.
Yeah.
Omi's giving reach rounds.
Guys, want to hear some spoons while we do this?
Marcus,
Not the spoons.
do you want to go over next? There's a bit of muscle over that side as well, and then I'll go as one of the last after the other two have gone.
Make sure you tie the rope around you before you go, so just in case.
But if we hold the rope between us, can't they shimmy along the rope while you're holding one end and we're holding the other, and then gets to the last person?
Set a 50-foot rope if you want to. If they fall in, we can pull them back, kind of thing.
Yeah. So potentially, if we tie a second rope to you, and then you shimmy along the rope held between the two of us, keeping it taut, you can kind of use that as a kind of railing to get across the edge. And if you do slip, we've still got rope to tie to you to pull you back in.
I like this type of creativity.
And then it just goes to the last person.
Rope back. You got to make sure it doesn't go in that water then.
Well, you just untie it and I pull it back in, so it won't slide in. And then when it comes to the last person, just tie it to them, and we did what we did with Omi.
Okay. I like it. All right, so seeing that you were taking your time placing the pythons into the wall, Omi, I did not make you do any kind of check. Now everybody that goes along the wall is going to make a check with advantage. And you can use whatever's highest for you, whether it be acrobatics, dexterity, or athletic strength. So I'll let you use either or those skills, both of the, either or whatever's higher for you, to shimmy your way across. And the advantage will be because of the pythons and the rope. So, who's first? Rolling with advantage.
Shen will go first.
Shen, I feel confident you have advantage, so hit the ADV button down below and start to shimmy your way across.
And now we use athletics.
Basically, as long as whatever's higher for you, sir. So basically, as long as they don't roll a 1, they're fine. You make your way across, not a problem.
Akesh, do you want to go last, or do you want me to go last? I think it might be worth getting some heavy armoured Warhammer and shield over there, just in case.
Yep, I can.
Shen is across. Alright, so who's next? Alright, ADV. Whatever's higher. strength or acrobatics. You easily make it across, Marcus. You almost are able to dance to the spoons that Omi is playing as you're dancing across.
I hang one-handed as I just like
Yeah.
walk straight across.
Okay, pull the second rope back in after untying it from Marrakesh, and I'll tie it to Aris for Baris to go next.
Is anyone doing this not very athletic or acrobatic?
No, everybody's had very solid checks. All right, Varys, advantage and in the tower, sir. I just don't want him to roll a 1. That's it. I think that's pretty fair of me. Wow. Varys does like a triple Linden backflip. I mean, just so dexterous as he's traveling across that. All right, so Kalash.
Okay, I'll tie
You run
the
the caboose.
end of the rope onto me. What I'm thinking, guys, is because we've got this python on this end, I'm going to leave that rope and tie the second rope to me, and then you can haul me in as I go across the rope, being held by the pitons each end.
Well,
We'll
don't
leave
the
that
Pythons have
40.
a loop, and you can just
Yeah.
pull the rope through, right?
Well, I'm thinking we'll leave the
Oh, yeah.
40-foot rope there for on the
Good
way
job.
back, so we've got to come back this way.
Right.
Wow, good job. Give yourself an inspiration for thinking that, Kalash. I like that. And also, you can go ahead, Omi, and have an inspiration for thinking of the Pythons.
Thank you, Dave.
And this is where I
Thank you,
completely
guys.
fudge my athletics roll and fall in.
Don't fuck it up. No, you're clutch, man. It's good. You make it across, Kalash. Everybody rolled higher than a 15. Seriously, everybody rolled good.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
That's good. I could just see that game drastically wrong.
We must have gotten all those bad rolls out of us at this point.
What I told the chat was just don't roll a 1. If you roll a 1, you're falling in. You're going to take a bath.
Yeah.
So you're good. You guys are golden. You don't even get any more wet than you already are, which is nice.
Right,
Nobody
let's
likes
carry
soggy
on down
socks.
this corridor then, guys, and see if we can find these guys.
All right, I'll go scout it out again.
Yeah. So as you're starting to work your way and shimmy your way down this dark corridor, Omi, you see a couple of steel barred doors ahead. Probably they look like doors that would be on like a jail cell. And this hallway is now starting to slope upwards now. And as you get closer, and your vision comes into play more, you can actually see that these are cells.
I'm gonna
Cell
slowly
doors.
creep up to it and peek in.
All right. So as you peek around the corner, boom! There's a beholder. No, I'm just kidding. I had to do that. My bad. Now the cell is empty.
You see the back of Omi's pants get a little bigger.
I had to do that. I'm sorry. Yeah. So you look inside. It's an empty cell. And there's nothing. I mean, there's some niches that are on the wall, probably where you could store some things and whatnot. But literally, the cell is empty. There's nothing in it. It is literally an empty cell. And like I said, now the corridor is starting to slope back up.
I'll peer up, look up that corridor and see what I see. Also,
Same thing. Another cell door.
I cast a message back to Shen, who looks like he's coming up. Tell the guys come on up.
Pass the word.
All right.
I'm going to take a look in here. It doesn't look like anything you said.
No, just an
It doesn't
empty.
look like it's recently used or nothing on the ground or floor. Or anything.
No, you even checked the door and the door's locked.
I'm gonna come up here and peek around the corner and see what's in this other one up here.
Nothing. That cell is completely empty also.
Alright guys, hold position. I'm gonna move up a little bit again.
No problem.
Right. So as you start to come around this corner, Omi, you can see that this room opens up into a massive natural cavern. And as you look and your eyes start to adjust, you can see that there is a raised area that actually has a couple of earthen steps. And you know, this place is massive. I mean, it opens up to about 60 to 70 feet in diameter. You know, where you're at, and the ceiling is like anywhere between 10 and 12 feet. But in this massive cavern, it opens up to where this is at least 30, 40 feet, you know, in the center of the massive corridor that this opens up into this massive room. So on the northeastern end, like I said, there's a couple of looks like natural earthen steps that raise a couple of feet. And at the very far side of the room, on top of this raised area, you can see that there's a large idol that is a single piece of pale green stone that is sort of standing in the very back, and it has like this very pale green type of glow to it, and you can see it kind of illuminating the wall behind it because it is almost against the wall. And as you look at it, you're like, what in the hell is that? You know, but you look at it, and it's almost towards the end of your dark vision as you see that it is a humanoid. It's a humanoid statue, but it looks like it has a squid face with tentacles hanging off of the bottom of its jaw. You know, and it has...
Oh, wow.
And it's, like I said, it's bathing that whole back end with a very sickly, fainting, greenish type of glow. And let me open up this for you.
It isn't that Dagon that was mentioned earlier by chance. Would I, if I would know that, would I?
Did you do a check earlier?
No, but I think Varus was talking. Did Varus tell us or not?
I told you about the dragon.
I don't want to meta it if you didn't tell me.
Well, Shen apparently was holding out and knew all this shit without even telling us.
I'm a nautical guy. Sorry.
I'm going to move up a little more and just pause for a few seconds and look for any signs of movement in the room.
Whoever did the religious check was the one that found out it was a Dagon.
Yeah, I mentioned something about Dagon, Prince of Dex.
And that caused me to do a history check to see if it was connected to the 100-Year Wars that book talked about.
No.
Wait, you see anything up there, though?
Any movement in the room, Div?
There is no movement. There is no type of sound coming from this room except for the large puddles of water that have water dripping into them. And now you can see that the raised platform, that kind of the natural earthen platform. You can see the altar with the green statue on it, kind of illuminating that back area. No, that's what you see.
I'm going to cast a message back to Cal. Go ahead, come on and move up, guys. There's no immediate movement danger in the room, but stay on your toes because there's probably something up with this.
Okay, I'll motion to the others. Follow up as well.
I'll keeping like Wee Willie would say, head on a swivel while I'm moving up here.
So as I come across and can see the squid thing, I'm gonna go ahead and nudge Shen and say, what do you make of this?
Shen will do a Religion or perception?
All right, hold
Which do you
that
recommend?
roll for just a second, because I'm going to kind of explain a couple more details of the room as you guys are starting to enter the room. Now, Kellish and Omi, where you guys are at, you guys are kind of looking around, and on the western wall, you can see that there is another one of these brass doors. Up on the raised earthen platform, you can see that there are a couple of pillars that are going from the base of the floor all the way to the ceiling. They have all kinds of beautiful carvings on them as well. Now, you can also see that there is a body up on this raised platform. And you can see that there's blood staining the robe as well. And you can also see that there is an edge around this statue as you get closer, and you can see that there's a large pool of water. You can't see the water inside of it, but you can see how it has the rim of a sort of like a pool. And then you can see the altar rising up from the pool, and you can see the reflection of the water from the idol kind of, you know, illuminating this area, so you can tell that there is water or some type of liquid that is inside of this pool because of the, you know, it is reflecting off of the green statue. Now, and then there's all kinds of calcified skeletons that are laying in heaps, mainly up on the platform around the pool. And on the very far side of the pool, it looks like there is a corpse that is half in the pool, submerged, and half out of the pool. And you can also see that it is blood-stained also. Now, for Shen, you may give me your check, and you can do that with advantage because of your background.
Perception
You can do
or religion?
history or religion, whatever you prefer.
Religion it is.
Whoa! So yeah, with your advantage, you recognize that this idol, this statue, is Dagon himself, basically the demon lord. And he is, you know of him, his nickname, as the Prince of the Depths.
This guy's bad news, gentlemen.
Hey Cal, I know that sense that you have. Do you sense anything funky going on in here?
Let me just check. I'll do a divine sense, try and see if I can notice anything. So I've got a 60-foot sense for any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 foot of me.
Within 60 foot? Yeah. You detect several things that are undead. You can see that a couple piles of those bones, and you can also see that that corpse in the pool is undead.
Okay, the bones and the corpse both seem to be detecting as undead. I sense as kind of undead coming from them.
Let's relay that to the rest of the party members. Okay. Be ready for something here, guys. Not sure what's going to happen.
Very nice. Nice
I
job.
want to see
on
if I
that.
understand this correctly, but is it, so in that center piece there, the center spot before the pool, there's
Correct.
a body that's laying there?
There is. Here's the body is in the upper left-hand corner of the pool. Half in, half out of the pool. That is one of the corpses that was detected as being undead, and two piles of skeletons were also detected as being undead from his divine sense.
At this point, they're still.
They are just laying there. The skeletons are piles of bones, and the corpse is laying there motionless, half in the pool, half out of the pool.
So I think I'd like to move up and see if I can perceive. There wasn't a lot of rhyme or reason why the other ones came alive. It doesn't look like. I mean, do undead just come alive when they sense living?
Possibly.
I just don't know enough about them. Maybe
Some of them might, depending on what they are there for. So if they're there for a specific reason, it's the trigger that will make them arise. Others, if it's the smell of living flesh or things like that. So
Rise, my minions! Rise! Sorry.
As he's talking about that, I would instinctively kind of look for a trigger, look for something that, I mean, I wouldn't think it'd be a mechanical-ish type trap, but I'd look for something that looks like it would set these off.
There's a neon light on the wall that says, click here to activate undead.
Is that number
press
6?
it.
I see that.
It's right beside the runed etched number 6 that is glowing on the floor.
Looks like a number
What's
6.
this big red button do? Click.
It's like Spaceballs.
Hey, Kel, I can drop a spell on top of these things.
With all of your...
It'll make them easier to hit in case they should reanimate on us.
Yeah, you know that...
That could be beneficial.
They're probably going to animate if you get close to them. You're just not going to be surprised. That's the thing. And Markesh, with all of your experience, you know if you get close enough to these things, they're going to smell your how sweet fresh meat, and they're going to animate and probably attack you. They're just slumbering. They're just waiting.
Instead of being taken by surprise, and with Kel's ability to detect these, I would suggest that anyone available would ready their actions to take on these fiends. I would volunteer my services to set this trap off and help dispatch them.
Alright, let me drop a spell right on top of them, and then you guys can rush them as soon as the spell lands. How's that sound?
If we can do it simultaneously, because I'd like to drop a spell on one of them at the same time.
You dropped a spell on me, baby.
Why don't we just ignore them and go for the door?
I don't want them at our backs.
Only one has
You
to.
gotta be too safe with these undead.
Only one has to walk over to the door and see if they can open it. See, what I'm afraid of is if we step on the platform, it's going to activate.
Yeah, and I'd rather activate them and get them out of the way. I'm much more of a headstrong, face the danger, face on, let's get this going.
Yeah, and the idol's about 6 foot tall as well. I forgot to tell you that. It is 6 foot tall.
But
Does the body on that platform in the middle look like it was a small child?
It looks like a young human male. Yes.
So it looks like it could be a Eigen, yeah.
And
We
are down here to assist and to locate Eigen, who seems to know what might be happening with this lighthouse.
or potentially get the item off him that can activate the lighthouse, whatever it is. So I think we're going to have to dispatch these one way or the other to get to his body.
Seeing that it's bloody and bruised, I would the spell that you're going to cast isn't going to hurt that child should he be alive, correct?
No, my spell is going to illuminate all of the undead, or hopefully illuminate all of them, and make them a lot easier for you guys to hit once you charge in.
Why, you saying we can't hit him?
After that last fight, I would probably say Omi's hitting the nail on the head.
I think so. So we can ready those, and I would want to ready my abilities to, once those are off, to rush up to the closest one. I'll stand at the ready.
Alright, I'm going to cast a Fairy Fire and a 20-foot cube on trying getting all three of those undead that Cal pointed out.
And as he does that, I'm going to hex skeleton number 2.
So I don't think I've ever targeted multiple targets before, or I could just drop it on them individually.
So I'll put this. Well, it's no problem. We'll put this as being your turn. Alright, Omi. So there you go. Now you can go ahead and control-click those things. There you go. Look at that, boy. There you go. So what are you going to be casting, Omi, out of your repertoire of magical spells? What say you? What are you casting?
Oh, sorry, I had the wrong button pressed.
No problem.
I'm casting Fairy Fire on all 3 of them, and the 20-foot cube, so I'm centering it so I get all 3 of them and not us.
Perfect.
And when I have multiple enemies targeted, do I just drop the save on one of them and it affects all of them?
No,
You
just click on
it.
the save.
Just click it on.
Just
Yeah,
click
just
it.
click it. Yep, that's all you do.
Okay. Thanks.
And-
The first time
yep.
I've ever targeted multiples.
No. Click it once or twice. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Now, one of the skeletons actually was successful. Now, and that would be skeleton number 1. So you can go ahead and drop the little pendants on the ones that failed.
If you just click on the effect, it'll put it on the 2 failures.
Yeah, or yeah, you could do that too. Sorry about that. Seeing that you have them targeted.
Didn't want to do that.
Yeah, yeah. So now
Oh,
both of the skeletons will be successful.
I guess it doesn't have a effect on that spell. That's weird.
All right, so let's see. Let's take a look at Fairy Fire here.
It has icons for cast, attack, and save, but I thought when it failed to save, it would automatically put them on there, but I guess it doesn't.
Yeah, some spells aren't fully parsed out, so let's see. Any attack roll. Let's see. Fairy Fire, 20-foot cube, outline. Any creature also outline a line fails the dex saving throw for the duration. Fixed creature shed dim light. Any attack roll against an affected creature has an advantage if the attacker can see it, and the affected creature or object cannot benefit from being invisible. So, all right, you guys get advantage. So we'll just remember to take a note and make an advantage one later, Omi. And for now, we'll just use the ADV button, which is not a problem. All right,
I'll create a macro for that later.
Sure. What's that? What's that, Marcus?
The only one that doesn't affect the skeleton 1, right?
Correct. Skeleton 1 will
Gotcha.
not be affected. All right. So let's see. You guys go ahead.
So as
and-
they casted that, I would want to, as soon as they were casting, run up and start going to town, start
Sure.
smashing. I would encourage Shin the same, and we would have picked one of the 2 to target, and Shin, being in the lead, gets to pick where he wants to go first.
Yeah, you guys would have gotten. Gotten the advantage on the undead anyway. So as you guys cast simultaneously and run into the upper part of the chamber, you guys gain a surprise. So we'll go ahead and go right on down the line. So Omi, where are you going to move, Omi?
I think I'm going to stay right there.
Okay, so we'll go to Varys. Varys, where are you running to?
Can I get by all you guys?
Yep, you can run through your companions, absolutely. You can 25 feet, you'd be right here at the base of the steps. 30 feet, you'd be right there, and then you could attack either or. You could attack skeleton number 2 with advantage, because he has sort of like a green light or whatever color light that Omi wants, kind of encasing that skeleton, granting you advantage on your attack.
Yeah, we'll make it a neon green light.
So
Neon
I would
green?
suggest,
Nice.
instead of standing right there, that maybe you move to the right.
Sure, maybe like right there.
Exactly.
Is that where you'd want to go, Varys?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
skeleton too.
That's skeleton 2, yep. So go ahead and drag, hit the ADV button on the bottom left-hand corner. Click that, it'll go red, and then drop your attack on skeleton 2. And as you do that, he starts to take shape and animate. But you get a free attack, of course. Alright, so nice attack. It looks like you hit with a 21 versus AC. You can go ahead and roll damage. Very nice, 7. And you can also go ahead and do your offhand if you want as well.
Yeah, well.
Alright. Another nice hit. Roll damage. All right, 4 more. Very good.